she's like, hey, by the way, how is Mark? And honestly, I looked at her and I was like, who is Mark? Like,
your name is so strong. Your moving on game is so strong.
And she's like, hey, Lynette. I'm like, wait, wait, oh, wait, yes, Mark, I don't know. Jesus.
But let me tell you, you even wait for if I dream that you are planning, you are thinking to slap.
At one point, this person was like, he ticked all the boxes, communication was ticked. Like, you know, have you ever thought of someone, then and thinking about him, he cried.
You're like, oh my god. Hi guys, welcome to Itunga Talks again. Hope you're good and hope you're doing great. I hope you are having the best of the time. So today, why am I not seeing you? Eh?
I'm here.
Best foot forward. So today I'm hosting my amazing ladies. I know you have seen all of them on the channel, and I will introduce them again.
My name is Eunice Tess, and that also doubles as my channel here.
Hi there, my name is Nakamanya Lynette, and that also doubles as my channel name. Yeah.
I'll not introduce myself like you guys. Hi guys, Nabs Ara here from the Nabs Ara YouTube channel.
Yes, and the ladies are here. So today, guys, I really want us to talk about something that I don't know. That I think there are people who just feel like they can just go through life anyhow. But anyway, I want to know if you're one of those people. What are your deal breakers in a relationship? What is that one thing, or two or three, that you know if somebody did, you would walk out the very minute they did?
Without even letting them apologize.
Without even notifying them and saying, you know what, I'm about to leave. I really want to know. So I'm going to start with Madam.
Let me go first.
Yes,
Let me do my stuff and suffer with yours. Okay, no, we're not doing free Kalamo. For them, they're not paying us. We want brands on board by on this channel. So if you're there and you have a brand and you feel you can, you talk to my madam here. It's okay, I'm happier. Oh, officially, I've hired myself. So don't ask me why. So away from that, I think for me personally, I'm a communicator. Like for me, anything to do with communication comes first for me, rather than the rest. Even when you've done like the first thing you've done something bad. I hope you guys can see here I speak with a show with this tornado. This is no longer wind now. so even if you've done something that you know I'm not so fine with, or that you know we had disagreed upon and you still did it again, in case of anything, just come and tell me. One of the things that I don't like is hearing stuff about you or stuff that would affect the both of us from some other person. Like I always want to be the first person to know. That way I know how to take it in and I know how to handle it. But I don't want to be walking in the market, let's say maybe we are married. No, and they're like, that's the his wife and the other one who did this and this. I'm like,
yeah, in the market.
Why? You know how those village women be. Okay, maybe in this urban setting, maybe on social media.
Social media.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then everyone knows that your husband did something, and then you the wife you do not know. So for me, if I got to know that there's something I needed to know, and you didn't feel like it was so important for you to tell me first before the other people getting to know, that would be.
But you really expect somebody to, okay, let's say somebody went there and got their side chick pregnant. Do you expect him to come and say, my dear wife, my darling wife?
It would change something if you came and told me something. Do you know how it's hard hearing that thing from somewhere else? Like you say you don't have an idea about your relationship, or the person you're dating, or the person you're married to. Communicate, like for me, just tell me. Either way it has happened. Yeah, but at least let me be the first one to know.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
It changes something.
So poor communication.
Yeah, poor communication. You're not coming back home, you're not letting me know, then I'm waiting all night, then I'm all worried only for you to turn up in the morning. And you're acting like it's something no, like, no.
Or just get a call and they tell you your husband is here in the hospital.
And then I didn't know. Then you are like, which hospital? Like Mengo. But how would that even happen? Because you know when you get an accident, if something happens, I think it's like the nearest hospital. like how on earth did they get to Barra? So communication
Oh,
it might be so hard.
that reminds me of a woman who was killed on Antonio Road, and she is from Barara. And the man
Yeah, you remember that story?
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Man didn't know.
Terrible. Nah.
Now that way it even distorts how do you start from making an investigation? Because first of all she was in I don't want to say wrong place, but it was wrong because by the time you leave home and your husband doesn't know you're coming to class, then that is kind of a wrong place.
One day, very funny.
Communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need
But when I'm going to do
something
something, if I'm going to do something wrong, I cannot communicate. Anyway. Nakamanya.
Yeah, so for me, disrespect, disrespect of any nature. It could be the way you talk to me. There's some people who you talk to and they, dehumanize you. They make you feel like shit or like trash, or that you are stupid or you are useless. Those small things to me are strong deal breakers. You could be talking to someone and they're like, for you, what do you know?
That's why if you're my parent, you don't talk for the next 2 months.
And that alone, it's covered up with disrespect, but it goes to small things like you even when you're in public and you're talking, maybe you're maybe couples and you say something and your husband like you keep quiet, and they're like
embarrass you in public.
Feel embarrassed.
so disrespect covers embarrassment, him even flirting with
Emotional abuse.
people around, like your family, your friends, and then for him it's like me something a bit joking,
God, that's
That's thing.
I don't know how many times I've had it, like, why you joke? There are many things to talk about.
Why avoid jokes?
Yeah, so those small things whereby you feel like you're moving on eggshells, you can't do it in public because they are, embarrassing you, they are disrespecting you. So that is a deal breaker for me. It's a strong deal breaker.
Now my turn.
Anyway, so guys, one deal breaker that before you even go into all these things of a relationship, beating me. Even me. Like, you guys you just can't beat me and we stay together. Like, we can't talk about it. We can't discuss.
Sometimes people say beating is love.
No, not for me. I don't know. Beating is love in what tribe?
The most unfortunate thing is that people say it are old people. I almost said stupid, then I remember they're our elders.
But let me tell you,
Yeah.
you even wait for if I dream that you are planning,
Thinking about
or you're even thinking about beating me, I will pack my bags and everything. Even if we have 50 grandchildren and great grandchildren, I will still leave. That's how beating
But
is.
guys,
That's
like,
how bad
there is
beating
something
is.
about beating you that I don't know. First of all, it's shocking. It reveals the
Very surprising.
That shows you can't
It is
control your
surprising.
anger.
It shows that you're not able to control your anger, and you're not able. And it's you can't explain it. When someone beats, it's like you guys.
You're like, what?
You want me to share my personal experience?
Please do.
So, I was trying to see this man, as in trying to date.
Trying to strip
We
you.
were not dating. We were like trying. So of course when you're in trying mode, you are definitely speaking with other people.
Yeah.
So this dude, oh by the way, I have a very serious weakness for nice accents like that. It's it just melts me, and that guy was that one with a very deep voice. Oh my goodness. But this guy had the confidence to slap me.
For what?
For what? Because he thought we are dating, and me, I wasn't in the dating kind of thing yet. He checks my phone and finds out I am speaking with someone else.
On phone, just
Yes, I was like, chat, like speaking with somebody else, like chatting. Okay, let me just put it the way it is, flirting with somebody else. And then,
What?
he was like, how dare you disrespect me? I'm like,
Lol.
And I didn't know how it happened, but I just
Before you
know that the
realized.
slap landed on me. You people, my brain froze for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it is
I
so
lost
shocking.
sight for like, I don't know. And when I got out of my shop, I go to my car, and I walked out. I have never greeted him. I meet him, he greets me, I don't reply. I hate him that much.
By the way, let me
I don't
It
even have to
is just
explain
so
it.
disrespect. It's so disrespectful.
How
It
dare
is so
you?
like.
And you know, there is this thing of us when we are growing up. There is a certain age where you reach and your parents do not beat you anymore.
Imagine.
Yeah.
And then
Me, I will not raise my hand and tell people my dad didn't cane me. Actually, I was arguing with my dad and my mom. I told them, you guys didn't cane me. And they're like, we caned you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I was so angry that I don't even remember that they caned
Yeah.
me.
Wow.
So when I grew up, they realized, yes, now we put respect to your name. We just can't
Yeah.
slap you.
Now imagine somebody's son coming.
Someone have met
And they
1
feel
year.
like they
I've known you for 1 year or 2 years, and you have the guts to lay
slap
hands.
Oh, please.
I know someone out there might be thinking like, oh my god, these girls are spoiled just to slap. But you know, those are the small things. You know, I've now learned to pay attention to things that happen in those first stages of maybe dating or the relationship. So if he's slapping you during those first stages, trust me,
Imagine
when you
what
guys
he
are now
will do to you
deeper,
when you're
and
married.
will be punching you. He will punch you.
Oh.
But you see, they said that like, how do I put it? Like violence, domestic violence doesn't just start when you are physically beaten.
Yeah.
It starts with insults. You know those things of like you look like this. You are like that. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why do you look like this? You are very stupid.
There's
You're
all
very
the
stupid.
disrespect. I was
Yes,
talking
and then you
about,
talk and then you say something. That is so stupid. Trust me, honey.
That's
it's
how it
going
starts.
to come from insulting you like verbally, and it will come to
Yeah,
physical.
by the way.
And then somehow you will believe it is your fault you have been beaten. For me,
yeah.
I will never believe it.
Can
is my
never
fault.
be your
I was telling the native if he found me pats down cheating, you have no right to beat me. Walk out of the relationship or marriage, whatever it is. Don't lay your hands on me.
That also goes back to my point of communication. That is actually a wider topic that we can't just talk about in one video. But you see, you talked about the way he talks to you.
Yeah.
Like there's always a better way of telling me stuff. You don't. We are not saying you have to just talk about the positive things, but there is a better way of you telling me, oh, your braids are now. You know what? Now try and change them. There's a way. There's that rude way people talk to their wives about stuff that they have.
Oh my goodness, I read somewhere where her husband was telling the woman how she is ugly, she has small legs, she's just there.
So
huge
did the small
stomach.
legs come? We had already started dating.
Imagine.
Like did you see them before we started dating? By the time you date someone, guys, let's face it, you're ready to. Okay, for the things that you already know about that person, you're
Especially
ready to.
physical things.
Yes, like
So what should the person do?
About the small legs. Get
No, like
surgery.
something. I tell they start easily, by the guys. Like everything that builds up in marriage starts when you're dating,
Yeah.
and it starts in the first 1 or 2 months. People are not so good at hiding their habits. They're not. I've learned that.
Yeah,
way.
true.
Those simple things of someone jeering you out of the blue,
Yeah.
calling you stupid, dismissing your points, not giving you, like not letting you talk. You realize you're having a conversation with someone on phone, and they've dominated. All you're doing is So they want to tell you everything that they want to tell you, and then they're like, okay, bye.
yeah.
That's
So
very
you
bad.
can't communicate.
Yeah.
So for you don't get the chance to say.
So you know
So
there
you
is this
decide
other
that
thing
it's
that I feel like I don't know. I have forgiven it before, but I don't know if I can forgive it for the second time. I have like those who think I have things that I know I will not forgive. Definitely, beating is one of it. Like that one, we don't debate. I won't forgive. I will not. Cheating, I might forgive once. I have forgiven.
By the way, the more you grow, you realize there is more.
I have forgiven cheating before. But one thing I know is that for sure I will forgive you once for that. The next time I won't, because when you do it today and I forgive you, you do it the next time. Trust me, there will be a third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Continue.
And of course, what you're counting as the first time was probably not the
not the first, and that was
was
the
the
first time I
first time
found
you
you
finding out. Yeah. So there's a possibility that there were very
like
many
the
first
fifth.
times before that.
I know. So would
Yeah.
you forgive cheating?
I've forgiven.
Is it something that you can leave
But,
a
okay.
relationship for?
Cheating, yes. I've left relationships for cheating. I mean, okay, I won't say that I've been forgiving these people. It was more of a process of waiting and hoping these people change for that better.
And that's the
then you
mistake.
end up and realize, you know what? I feel like they're not going to change. This
Oh
is
my
a part
God.
of them, and then you walk out. So I wouldn't say that. No, it's just it doesn't sit well with me.
So in the long run, you can't tolerate cheating. Me too.
I can't.
I can't tolerate cheating.
So let me tell you what I do. The last time my hair out, maybe this babe said I was cold. But let me tell you.
Tell us.
Me, I hate being shocked. That is different from being surprises. From being surprised, and people say they hate surprises, but I hate shock. Like I always want my heart to be prepared for that. For that. But the bad thing is that in life, those things never happen. Things just hit you like that.
Yeah.
So this happened actually. So like I was saying, they cheated on me and stuff like that. So the time I found out, for me, I give my heart time because I don't want to make it very like, now you know what the person we've been loving has not cheated. Let's now know this. No, we can't just let me and my heart. I have conversations with every part of my body. Like I'll just say a cute guy that I like and I'll tell my heart. Remember the last time we dated that cute guy? He broke you, he broke us. So talk to the brain, let's work on this together. And I talk to my body. I know it's weird, but so when I got to know about that, I knew there was no way I could just do it out of the blue and break up with that guy. So I kept around. Meanwhile, I trained my heart step by step, and so I started withdrawing. So I just woke up one day and told him, you know what, I'm done. And this is why you will be talking to someone, they will tell you that guy broke up with me, but up to now I still don't know.
I don't know.
There's always a reason. Trust me, no one will just wake up one day and
somebody wants me for closure.
Some days you just have to accept that you're not going to get that closure. Just told the guy, I'm done. It's like, but if I could cheat and you could forgive me, so what is that one thing? I almost told him it was
and you think that I actually did,
but it wouldn't make sense for me to tell him, you know, that cheating you did 3 weeks ago. No, I gave myself time and left.
I hear, you know that cheating you did 3 weeks.
That's why
I think that's why they say that when women move on, they move on.
I took my time.
Guys, I think that's the safest thing, by the way. It doesn't shock you as a person.
And then you allow
it
your
might shock the
heart
other
to get
person,
out
but
of it.
me as because now you've already done things that show that you don't care about me. So I'm also being selfish. I'm taking care of myself before I get into this relationship. So I'll prepare myself. And
again, if you leave immediately, then you still hurt yourself because you're not ready.
You're not even sure if you want to go, then you come back.
And then when you leave, when you're not ready, somehow you find yourself going back.
And it was so satisfying because by the time I left, now he thought we were done by that. Now we're at good terms.
Like you.
Oh, he thought we were good terms. When I left, it broke him more than it broke me when he cheated on me. But that was also satisfying. I mean,
what is really satisfying?
I think I've always been like that. When I left my previous relationship, I think I moved on from the relationship, let me see, like 6-7 months before. and you know that process.
These are women.
You are training. You are without this person. And you wake up every day.
You even talking to other people. You're growing.
You feel like when you talk today and I'm not hurt. I've not seen him in weeks and I'm not hurt, and you just keep moving on from it, and by the time you leave, you're like,
what we have learned about our heart is that you train your heart to do certain things. You train your heart. You know, some people are saying, me when I break up with someone, I don't stalk them, I don't do what. I told them it is part of the process. Stalk him if you still feel like stalking him. Let me tell you, this is from a true story. You will stalk them for like the first month. After 1 week, you realize, 2 weeks have gone, 2 days have gone by and I'm not Then it's a week, then it's a month. At some point, you will be like, oh my god, it's been like 3 months and I'm not even forget.
No, I did.
So accept to go through that. Go take your time, heal. It is a process. Don't wake up one day and think you just forget everything at once. It never happened. It never.
You're so right. Actually, like you see that thing which is like I told you, I forgot someone's name. Like literally,
you forget them.
And I was so in love with this person. Like
you're even surprised.
I think I was talking. I was talking with my siblings, and then we came to a conclusion as siblings that we are extremists. You know, not in a bad way, but when we love, we love so much. Like we just
and then when you dump, you also dump so much.
Forget.
What's wrong with you guys? But very true. So I liked this guy. He had his baggage, but I'm like, you know, we're women. You like,
I'll carry.
And I carried, but then there were obviously those pointers, those small deal breakers. You know, there are some deal breakers I told you, man, I can't stand. So he had one of those traits, and then I was like, So we kept talking. As I saw these traits, at one point, this person was like, he ticked all the boxes. Communication was ticked. Like, you know, have you ever thought of someone? Then I was thinking about him. He
You're like, oh my god.
You had to move your style out.
Yeah. So, but when I saw one of my deal breakers standing out highly, I knew this was not going to work. And having my principles and values as a person, it overshadowed all these other things. You know, so slowly I started withdrawing. Then I got to know them, but I even got to know other things they do that I was not comfortable with. You know, so I had a friend who knew this person, and they were like, this person is so good. I was like, nice, good. Then I think after 2 months, I had not seen my friend, and I had stopped talking to this guy. So we meet again, and she's like, hey, let's call the guy maybe Mark. Then she's like, hey, by the way, how is Mark? And honestly, I looked at her and I was like, who is Mark? Like,
Your name is so strong. Your moving on game is so strong.
and she's like, Lynette. I'm like, wait, 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 yes, I don't know. Jesus, like that's how bad it was.
No, but I did talk about this in my
But it does.
forgiving and forgetting video. Like, you need to let yourself actually go through the process.
Yeah.
You have to, if you're feeling hurt, be hurt.
If you want to call him,
if you
and
want to
cry on the phone, just do this. If you want to
call him and
like
tell
want
him
to,
what,
yes,
tell me what-
say it out.
say
You
it
will
out.
heal.
If you want to confront
If you
someone,
things inside, trust me, you will.
Yes.
You know, let me. By the way, let me give you this advice. You know, for us girls, when boys break a heart, we always tend to tell ourselves, oh, he's not going to settle with some other girl because I'm the only one who loved him. Karma is going to, sometimes karma doesn't actually come.
doesn't.
Oh, it takes forever. You're going to be home.
it takes forever.
It takes forever. You're going to be home waiting for karma to back him up. You're like, maybe he'll get married to a wife
Gets
that doesn't
married
have
to a
him.
woman.
Or that woman will not give birth honey. Guy will get married, woman will give birth and you will see those kids in Tanga, they are chilling.
Yeah.
You meet them in the malls, they are chilling with their whole family and you're still single waiting for karma honey.
Because the truth really sometimes somebody might not actually be bad, but they're not right for you.
Yeah,
Just because somebody is not right for you
doesn't mean they're
doesn't mean
bad.
that they're
And every time you're dating, don't expect to him on you. Imagine if you were married to the first person you dated.
that would be a disaster.
And yet when you were leaving, you were crying.
You cried, you asked somebody like, but God, you know how much I like
I said there is a time I prayed. I remember I was on Ishaka, Barara Ishaka Road. And I remember this ex of mine, you people, I loved that to do. I actually saw a very beautiful, beautiful house like with the hill there, and I saw
now that would be our
That
house.
would be our
Dude, I had moved in like yesterday, and somehow I'll be like, but to God, really, you should punish him. Like, God did not punish him.
God never punishes those people. Karma takes long.
And also, you have to know that heartbreaks are also part of.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Also
also,
part of life
but also
sometimes.
it's also important to keep working on yourself as a person.
Yeah, don't
Because
focus on
I've
how
realized all the people that I was interacting with before, I might not have dated, but maybe you went out on a few dates, you had coffee, all the guys I had in the past, the person I am interacting with now are way better than
Yeah.
these people. And I was crying. I remember one time I was on a trip, tourism things, and I was on a trip and there was makeup camp, makeup room, and I was calling, I was like, Wanange, what's wrong? I was crying. I was crying. I was Manaka video. It was like that. I was like, what's wrong? I cried. The week later, I came back from my safari. The week later, I was having dinner with some guy in a place I never thought I would sit.
I know.
And I was like,
Wow.
I'm not saying if things have like,
But you were like, wow.
Yeah, you can.
See,
and I thought with this guy who I was crying for in that
everything was perfect.
I thought I had hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
I was like, how did I get so lucky?
And again,
And then I meet this other person, and then I'm like, what? How did he even look at me like
see,
that?
another thing is that you keep growing, not just in age, but even
Yeah.
in your mind.
In your
You keep
thing.
making better decisions. If in high school you were dating boys because they were tall or they were from nice schools, imagine what. Okay, for me, I went to school in Western Uganda, and we look at boys in Intare and Chapa, and would think that maybe imagine dating someone because they are from Intare.
Imagine.
That's the only qualification. That's nothing.
People, you have reminded me of my number mate from Chapa. Looked over how.
You know?
You see, those guys were not even cute, but the fact that they were from Chapa,
Exactly.
like that added something. So now you grow up and you look like, what was wrong with me? What was I? What kind of witchcraft was that?
Which was I high on? Anyway, guys,
Deal
thank you
breakers.
so much for being here with us. And tell us your deal breakers in the comment section.
Yeah, that
Don't
one
forget to
thing.
do that. That one
you just can't.
Maybe
You're
it's
like-
more than one.
Yeah, even if
Did we talk about men who are stingy? Did we talk about it?
We're going to talk about them very, very shortly. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, go right ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it.
Share with your friends, and let us know what you think. And subscribe to this beautiful lady. Yeah. I'm going to put their links in the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.